Give
Okay,
me an
if I'm on.
update, Twitch. Let me know if I am broadcasting.
Hello, Twitch.
Yep, we are
Like,
live.
oh, bugger.
Alrighty.
Hello.
So welcome everybody to another one of the Equihax tutorial videos here, because, you know, half the frickin' population's been compromised. So good chances you're one of them. So what we're looking at today, originally I was just going to do a video on how to get, your annual free credit report, but honestly, there's not much to do here. You go to annual credit report. Of course, once this goes to YouTube, the links will be provided. But you go to annualcreditreport.com, request your free credit reports. You have to give them some information. Then you answer a few questions to confirm your identity. Then you get them, and if they can't get them, they give you a form, which I've already shown in previous videos. So it's like, yeah. Good night, everybody! I know it was only a minute long, but that's your annual credit report tutorial. And of course, since I've already done it, because, I have to make sure these things work properly, I can't exactly show it to you. So, I figured I'd do something more useful than just say, here's annualcreditreport.com. Fill out the questions they ask you, and you get your credit report. I figured I'd look at something related to also securing your identity. Lifelock. You guys all remember Lifelock, right? All those commercials about how they'll protect your identity. And here's their website talking about what they will do. With $9.99 a month, they'll give you Social Security and credit alerts. If you go to $19.99 a month, you can get that plus bank and credit card activity alerts, alerts on crimes in your name, different amounts of stolen fund protection. At $30 a month, you get the stuff from before, plus credit reports and investment alerts. So, like, the thing is, a lot of people talk about, like, is LifeLock worth it? What is it actually required to do it yourself? So I'm going to tell you. We're looking here at identitytheftsecurity.com, where they talk about LifeLock and whether it's useful. And honestly, all the stuff that LifeLock does, you could do yourself. It's a matter of whether you want to put the time and effort into doing the stuff yourself. So sure, you could pay a third company to do it for you, do all the little micromanagement for you, and of course, obviously giving them some of your personal details, which that's kind of how we got into the situation in the first place, isn't it, folks? Especially considering that Equifax gets your information even without you working with them. So here's a company you actually have to manually give your information to, and so do you want to risk yourself being compromised by having your LifeLock stuff compromised? That's the question you got to ask yourself. If you're comfortable with the answer to that, and you feel like you can't do all the stuff yourself, then yeah, go with LifeLock. Otherwise, we're going to go through everything that LifeLock promotes and talks about, and talk about how you can do it yourself. So, first thing, fraud alerts. They'll put a fraud alert on your credit profile. You just send a letter out to the various 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Say, put a fraud alert on my account. You have to do this every 3 months. You can also do a credit lock, a credit freeze, which basically means that you basically, unless a company contacts you directly for permission, nothing involving credit can be done. So that means if someone using your identity were to try and say, take out a car loan, or open up a bank account, they would have to contact you directly to see if that's an authorized thing. Similarly, if you wanted to take out a lease or a car loan or open a credit card, then those companies would have to contact you directly. Similarly, by the same token, if you're going for a job interview and they say they're going to do a credit report on you, again, then they have to get direct permission from you to do a credit report. So that's what the lock does. It completely freezes anyone from doing anything regarding credit to you in your name without your direct permission. It's like a last-ditch effort, like when you feel your identity's been compromised, which probably a lot of people have been. It's like last case scenario, gun to the forehead type of stuff. But those are options that you can do yourself. So the fraud alert is basically every 3 months you contact the 3 companies, let them know You have to provide them some proof that your identity was stolen. We've talked about that previously. And basically, it's like, you know, every time there's weird activity on your account, we will let you know. And the credit freeze is, you know, the more severe version of that. So then the other thing that Lifelock does is it opts you out of junk mail. After placing a fraud alert on your credit profile, the next stop Lifelock will take is to request that your name be removed from all pre-approved credit offers and junk mail offers. And yes, you can do this yourself. It's a method, you know, because when you toss that stuff out in the trash, you know, identity thieves who are in your local area will actually root through trash to find your old stuff, which is why whenever you have stuff that has your details on it, you should either shred it or blackout it with a marker. All of your pertinent details. Your name, your address, social security, phone number, that should all either be blacked out or shredded. So the people who are rooting through trash, which do exist, can't just pull up a document and be like, oh, your name is Bob Smith, your social security number is 123456789. And so, you know, you shred those documents, but also getting off those lists. You can do those. Again, you'll probably have to make the request numerous times, because again, this might be something that LifeLock might be worthwhile for you, depending on what you work. But yeah, you're going to have to contact all of these people, be like, please take me off your list, please take me off your list. You'll probably do it 3 or 4 times, because you're money to them. All those junk mails, you're basically considered an asset. You're money to them. They want to keep sending you shit, because then you might buy their crap. So, it says here, at Identity Theft, the 3 places you should go to make sure your name is removed from all mailing lists. Credit bureaus. So, you know, we've already talked about the credit bureaus, so you have to contact them. You can go to optoutprescreen.com. You can go to, you can call that number 8885 opt-out. The Department of Motor Vehicles sends you shit, so you contact them. Direct marketers. Though, of course, with this one. Direct marketers. Direct marketers. The Direct Marketing Association, DMA's Mail Preference Service, has a 5-year opt-out option that enables you to opt out of receiving commercial mail from various national companies for up to 5 years. Your name is put on a delete file when you sign up for the service at a $1 fee and made available to direct mail marketers. Even opting out costs you money. Oh, these companies are evil. Yes, I'd like to opt out of receiving your junk mail that I never wanted in the first place. That'll cost you $1. And it won't stop other companies that don't use it. So again, and to register with DMA's Mail Preference Services, you go to dmachoice.com. Again, you end up having to remember a bunch of new logins. So again, it's up to you whether you consider LifeLock managing all the stuff for you, but you having to give them some of your private information is worth, you know, the ease and lack of hassle, or doing it yourself, not having to pay, you know, whatever amount of money you're going to pay to LifeLock, but you still have to pay some money. So, you know, I never said these videos would be fun or happy news. I simply said that they would be useful news. And of course, there's the free credit bureaus, the free credit reports, which we've already talked about just a second ago with annualcreditreport.com. The next service LifeLock offers is a feature they call Wallet Lock. The Wallet Lock service allows you to call LifeLock anytime your wallet is stolen, and LifeLock will then connect you with a wallet lock specialist who will walk you through the steps in contacting your credit card companies, bank, or document issuing companies, cancel accounts, and complete any paperwork necessary to replace your credit debit cards, driver's license, social security card, insurance cards, checkbooks, and even traveler's checks. Yep. You can do it all yourself, as we said before. Then they have LifeLock Identity Theft Monitoring Services. These two services offer are True Address and eRecon. The goal of True Address service is to keep an eye on nationwide address database. If any new address associated with your name is located in any of the nationwide database, LifeLock will notify you immediately. True Address Alert helps you by making you aware of any new addresses in your name. E-Recon is a sift through websites that are known for criminal activity. These are websites that are known for illegally selling or trading your personal information. This would include your social security number, which has probably been compromised. Credit card numbers and driver's license, which have also been compromised. I'll then notify you as E-Recon if any information being listed on any of these websites. This one, you probably wouldn't be able to do that one yourself. It's a lot of like hoop jumping and knowing the right places to go. So that might be one thing that Lifelock has. And of course, their $1 million total service guarantee, which is only available if you get their $30 a month plan, by the way. And that's about it. I mean, what else is there really to say? That's kind of the big gist of this, is you can do most of the stuff Lifelock offers on your own. It does involve contacting a bunch of companies, registering with a bunch of companies, still paying some fees. But you can do it yourself. So, that's kind of the thrust of my video here, folks. If you consider it worthwhile to do it yourself and want to have personal control over all those details, yeah, go ahead, do it. There's no reason not to. Just keep in mind you're going to have to be personally managing a bunch of little details. Is Lifelock worth it? Again, that's up to you. Do you trust another company to manage all your details when you're going to have to give them a bunch of your own personal details? I can't answer that question for you. So I hope this was useful to some people. I hope you got some useful information out of it. Right now, I'm actually in the process of contacting the credit bureaus and having an identity freeze put on to my account. So when I hear back from them, if there's anything worth telling you guys about, identity freezes, I'll share it with you guys. Obviously, I don't share my personal details, but I will share to you, aside from just writing them a letter and saying, here's proof of my identity being compromised, I'd like a credit freeze. If there's any other additional information that they say back, this will only be good for 6 months or this will only be good for a year, I'll let you guys know in a follow-up video. But, I mean, I'm trying to be useful for you guys. If you guys think of anything else that you want me to investigate on your behalf on how to secure yourself and protect yourself during the Equihax scandal and all the people that have been compromised, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to find the information that you need to secure yourself.